I think
Hello?
we are live. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. It's good to see you
Nice.
again, man.
Glad to see you too. Just,
There we
just
go.
setting up the
Join stream.
stream. There we go.
There's two signs. One second. Let me see if I can get rid of this one. Cause it's odd. There's two of you. I can see the screen on the top right, and then I see you as if you want to FaceTime me, which is odd. Do you
Oh, that's
understand what I mean?
because it takes the screen. Just click the screen. It represents me speaking on the screen in different places. Okay, let's go. Just click the screen and you should be able to see what I see, but still hear me.
I can see you, and I can see the game, but it's so small.
You should be able to click it and make it like as big as your screen.
That is odd. Show non-video parts. There we go. Perfect.
Nice. I'm getting your code. There we go. Okay, so today we're starting with a Diamond PS4 tank monkey on Gibraltar. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's get started.
It's monk time, baby. But
Hi,
as
chat.
of this game, I wasn't super confident in the options in which I took.
Okay. Okay, so we're watching you, Gibraltar tank. You're playing monkey, Gibraltar
Mhm.
number 10. Gibraltar, Guzman for monkey. That's usually the idea. Hi there. Okay, so we got. Hold on. Moira Mercy, which means you have no healing, so you have to play very safe.
You know what? I told the Moira that. I'm like, please don't go Moira. Like, let's get Anna or Zen at like minimum.
You cannot really control what people do, so don't worry so much about that. Other than that, yeah, you got Hanzo who can do damage, so if you get a good arrow, you can jump and try to finish them off. Soldier, you're basically going to be playing alone a lot of the time, which is fine with Monkey, not ideal, but fine.
Yeah.
So we jump to the
Simon, 1
bridge.
second. I want to
Yes.
connect to my Wi-Fi, my house Wi-Fi,
Okay.
and this might require me to go off for a bit.
Okay. Go for it. So let me know if he's too loud or too quiet or what. If you guys are watching, I can just lower him or raise him or whatever. He just prefers doing live.
Hello?
Hi.
Testing.
Yeah.
Perfection. I just got onto a better Wi-Fi, so we'll have no
Okay.
problems.
Alright, so let's start again. First we missed the jump, so that's pretty bad. No reason for you to be standing here for so long, just jump directly at the bridge, but we missed, which is unlucky. I think you didn't hold the spacebar or the W key. You can usually make that jump very easily.
Yeah.
So yeah, missing the jump, pretty bad. You should practice your jumps if you are not confident with them.
It was an accident. I must have
Yeah,
been not paying attention.
fine. I think you're looking to jump here, which is good. We can't see their team yet, so just, yeah, jump the Baku slow. You should be able to kill him. Nope, focus the lamp first. Lamp. You always have to try to break the lamp first. If you don't, then he just stays alive.
Yeah, I saw the hog though. I was like, oh shit, there's a hog there.
It's
Left
fine.
side,
You got the
he's a
bubble,
Sunfire.
and you get the bubble. He has to turn around. It's fine. Just try. If you're gonna play monkey, you should try to confirm pegs. To confirm pegs, you need to break the lamp. Looks like your soldier got some value. So you are just playing main now. Hog, if Hog drops, you can go up. He doesn't have hook, so you can actually go up. Like a Hog without the hook is basically 8 seconds of free ult farming. So you just jump on top of him, put your bubble, shield dance, farm him for an ult, then you can just drop. Like it.
I was thinking to myself, what is this like? Even if I jumped into them or jumped there, right? I thought I'm doing nothing, you know?
So two things. First things first, playing monkey basically means you have to draw their attention. It doesn't mean you have to get picks, it doesn't mean you have to do a lot of damage. You have to just make sure that you are here for as long as possible for your team to get value. Because Monkey himself, he doesn't do a lot of value. Yeah, he's got cleave and he can confirm kills on squishies. But Monkey himself doesn't have a lot of damage. That's why I usually see him play with like Diva or Ball, who have burst damage, right? Diva has a much
Yeah.
higher damage, and the micro missiles, which also do a lot of damage. Paul has the pile drive, which also does like 100 damage. So you see him play with Genji, who has the dash for 73 damage, with Tracer, who can just clean up, with Echo, who can also just clean up. So yeah, Monkey is usually a hero you can play to draw the attention of your enemies. And you're kind of doing that. You did drop the bubble very early, like you're not taking damage, you are in a safe position. Ash is the only up close
So
to
would
you,
you say
right?
I did my job?
Kinda. I do think, like, in this play, let's go back a little bit. I think that, that's not you, this is you. Here, okay. So we missed the hook, we jump up a little late, it's fine though. You take the high ground here, this is fine. So why drop the bubble? What are you concerned about?
Because like damage overall. Like I just want to be able to zap, build ult charge, not take any damage, and then jump back out.
You don't have to use the bubble right away for that. You have full health and you have armor. Armor is your best defense against damage. If you have armor, you don't need the
Yeah.
bubble yet. Unless they have like heavy CCs like McCree and Brigitte, stuff like that, then yeah, you probably need it right away to block the CCs. But in this case, the only CC they have is the monkey, the hook from the Roadhog, and he just
Yeah,
used
the
it. So
hog.
there's about 4 to 5 seconds left before he has it again. We don't have it to use the bubble right away because your health can also be a resource. Your bubble is not the only way you can soak up damage. You can use your health, especially the armor. The 100 armor actually can block like 150 damage.
Yeah.
So now, imagine if you had your bubble now, you would be able to drop it, and you'll be able to stay up here for another 2 to 3 seconds while your bubble is still up, and then drop out. Instead, you take a lot of damage because your bubble breaks very early, and I think you're about to die here. Uh, it's fine, you don't die, it's fine. But yeah, in either case, don't use your bubble too early, and also you're about to jump up again, don't do that. Don't play safe. Monkey is really bad at poking. Like during the poker phase, long range and just exchanging damage, Monkey is really bad. Monkey just wants to get in, get value, get out. So if you don't have your cooldowns yet, there's no reason for you to be moving forward because Roto is just gonna drop on you. So I would recommend instead of just moving up, just wait here. You have a mega, you have your healers, and
Yeah, but if
you
that
only have.
was the case, right, I would think to myself that I'm back there. I know that it's better to play safe, wait for your resources, and then go. But then I feel like I'm doing nothing. And then I
That's
feel like if someone dies, I could have prevented it for some reason.
that's fine. I get that a lot of players think that waiting is doing nothing, and it's not. Waiting can get you a lot of value. A lot of players think that you have to be doing something at all times, and that's wrong. You can take a second or two, wait for your cooldowns to get back because they're actually about to come back. You only have to wait like 2 more seconds to be able to engage with your bubble. We take the high ground. This is okay. We are going for the Ash, which is a good call. Bubble too early again. You don't need it yet. It is a very long cooldown. So you don't.
I
If you
thought
don't need
Hog
the
was
bubble,
behind me, you know? Like, I just saw him, like, at point. I jumped in, and, like, he could be behind anywhere. Like, I
he's
didn't confirm him.
like we just saw him drop on payload, so we know he's on payload. And well, yes, the hook has a. Hold on, let's move forward a little bit. The hook has a very long range. He's just focused fighting on home payload. We don't have to worry about the hook at all. If he turns around, then he gets hooked. If he turns around, he can get killed by Tracer, killed by Soldier, but you know. So if you're going for the backline, then maybe yeah, hook can be a concern. But right now, the hook is on the payload. It's just mostly being aware of where the hook went. See, he's not even paying attention to us. He's just focusing on the payload. And dropping the bubble too early means that you cannot chase because now you don't have a bubble. If you had the bubble, you'll be able to just walk up, put your bubble here, and try to finish off the Ash or chase the Mercy. But because you don't have the bubble, you already put it down here. You are basically forced to play here. So
Yeah.
what I'm telling you is putting the bubble down too early does two things. First, it prevents you from soaking up resources and damage with your health, which sometimes putting the bubble down early, if they have a lot of CC, like if they have a Brigitte, then yeah, you probably want to put the bubble down early to
Yeah.
block. But right now, you're fine. You can take 1 or 2 seconds, drop, take like 100 to 200 damage, put the bubble down, shield dance, then change up out, and you should be fine.
Then I have a question, right? Like,
Yep.
how can I help myself? Like, what could I practice? Like when I go into my games of comp, what kind of stuff should I be thinking about in order to like improve, like on this? Like, because I said my main issue was with the hog. I was scared of the hog. That's why I bubbled. Like he would just like, it's like I feel like he's waiting for me.
The
You know?
two things. First thing first, this hog is not waiting for you. He already threw his hook out like several times at the very beginning of the fight, and that's usually the best way of uh, measuring your aggressiveness. If the hook doesn't have his cooldown, like you can track the cooldown. If your team says hog hook or whatever, or if you see him hook, or if you hear the cue because he actually has a very loud sound cue when he uses his hook, then you
Yeah.
know you have 8 seconds for free. The hook is actually the only thing that threatens you. Even if he tries to push you, then you have cooldowns, you have bubble, you can just leap out. Especially in Gibraltar, where you don't have to use your leap to engage onto the enemy, you can just drop it on the high ground, and you already have your leap available immediately. That's the chat. You know that the hook cannot kill you unless he gets a hook, right? If the hook doesn't land the hook on you, he's not gonna be able to kill you. You can just jump away. So the easiest way of measuring your aggression and managing whether to go aggro, to play defensive, to know when you drop your bubble, is by tracking the enemy CC. If they have a brick, well, that's more difficult because she has two of them, right? And they are pretty fast, but they only have a hug, and it's an 8 second
One
hug.
CC.
It's the only CC they have. If they have a Nana, then maybe you want to make sure that you jump and you wait until you are on top of the Ana. Something a lot of monkey players do is drop behind the Ana and drop the bubble in front of the Ana, because then the Ana is isolated. And so long as she doesn't land the sleep, then you win the fight. And you win the 1v1. So it's
And he
usually,
baits nade as well.
yeah, it's usually bits nade, or maybe she uses sleep trying to get you while you're on there. It really depends on the situation, though. And I will say awareness of the situation and of the cooldowns is very important with Monkey, because if they have this team and they don't have the hook, then you're basically free to do whatever you want.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go back to watching. Like this, going on the Mercy, good target priority, helping your Moira as well. Playing defensive is fine because we don't have armor, we don't have cooldowns. Now we can engage because we have bubble. I like it. This has been pretty solid, this engagement. You did nothing for a couple seconds there. Like, always, if you have people nearby, do hold your left click. It's very, very um, big. It
Yeah.
has a very big range, so you can still take a. It's not gonna do a lot, but it's gonna give you a little bit of extra health charge, so might as well. Here we're diving the bab, that's good. Melee before landing, we chase him out, we kill him. Good job, good engagement.
I feel like I didn't have any abilities. I should have stayed on high ground.
No, it's good because you basically want to chase the, like, confirming a kill is very important. If you can confirm the kill and you help confirm the kill, I'm fine with it, and your leap comes back fast, and you did have bubble soon, so let's go back and look at that. So here you do nothing for a second, but now we engage on the Baptiste. Melee before landing, that's good. Again, I like the idea of chasing him because confirming the kill is very important. He is basically
Yeah.
their main support. If he dies, then their front line doesn't have any healing. Mercy
I
doesn't
have a
do any
question.
healing. Yes?
Is literally only him having peels the only thing that's gonna stop me from confirming kills? Is there anything else that stops me from confirming kills?
Well, the very big concern to have is Monkey's damage himself is not very big. So you do require support from your team. In this case, Mora is also calling him down. But in general, it depends on the support. Like, Baptiste is a very difficult one to kill if he has his cooldowns. In this case, he has already used them both. So it's more than fine to go for him. Baptiste is difficult to kill though. If you just want to dive someone, Baptiste will just use his left click. If you're alone on a 1v1, it's gonna be very difficult to kill the Baptiste. If you have support, you can definitely dive and kill the Baptiste.
Yeah.
But yeah, it depends on the character. Like if you have a Lucio who's low, yeah, you can just kill him. If you have an Ana, a Zenyatta, basically a lot of the diveable heroes, if you see them low, then you can go for them. Even tanks or DPS, if they have already used their cooldowns, like if a McCree doesn't have the flashbang, you can jump him because you just land on him, bubble, and kill him. He doesn't have a way to get out. If Ash doesn't have
What
a
if they
coach
play
gun,
around their team? Like, let's say there's an instance where like McCree is playing with his healers now, and
that's fine.
it's just not possible to get a kill.
That's fine. Again, in that case, you don't have to confirm the kill. Like I said, with Monkey, one of the best gets to get value, one of the best ways to get value is drawing their attention away from them. So let's say that they have McCree and Anna and Lucio all playing together. Or let's say it's not Lucio, let's say it's Aseñata. And they're all playing together, right? So you jump behind them, or on top of them, or wherever you can. You draw their attention away for like 3 to 4 seconds, then you get out, and that's 3 to 4 seconds that your team is fighting 3v5 on the front line.
That's actually true. I remember when, do you know the VOD review that we did before, right?
Yep.
You said that 2 seconds is a lot of time.
2 seconds is a lot of time in Overwatch, yeah. And the monkey cycle is usually engage, then take some little damage, wait 1 second, then bubble, wait 2 seconds, then you have leap again to get out. That's usually how playing monkey goes. You just go in, wait as much as you can before using bubble, then you use the bubble. Bubble buys you 2 more seconds, and then you get out with leap as soon as it's available again. And this usually draws the attention of at least 1 to 2 people for 3 to 4 seconds. And maybe more people. But at least the person you are shooting or diving or targeting will look at you. So, or away from you and run away from their team. So in either case, you're getting at least a little value, but in most situations, a lot of value by drawing attention away. So long as you manage to get alive, because if you die, then they are in the advantage. That's usually the monkey cycle. Hold on, I think I can find a better example before the fight broke out. Maybe around here.
Did you watch my VOD review before?
No?
Oh.
I don't watch them beforehand. I'm going back because I remember more or less where the people were stationed. So here, right? You are basically taking the attention of 2 people. You are going for the Ash. Again, you drop the bubble too early. That's a mistake. We can work on that. But you going for the Ash means that you are fighting a 1v2 here. But the Ash is not going to kill you, right? Even if she's pocketed, the Ash will have a very hard time killing you, especially if you take the opportunity to drop your bubble later. Like you take 1 or 2 shots from the Ash, then you drop the bubble and she can't kill you. And you're basically forcing the Ash to retreat. And now your team is fighting 5v4 on the front line. You are giving your team a big advantage here. Mm-hmm. Just by jumping the Ash and forcing the Mercy to go with her, you're already drawing the attention away. You also got a cooldown out, which is the Zarya used the bubble on their Mercy, which I don't know why, but she did. So you know.
I don't know why she did that.
It's fine. Sometimes it happens.
Focusing her.
But yeah, let's go back to where we were after capping first point. Right here. You take the hand grenade. This is fine. At this point, you can just stay on the payload and head clean up. Because, yeah, they have, like, the fight is won. We've killed, like, 4 people. People are only now coming back. You can stay on the payload and head clean up. You can put your bubble here. Just get a little bit more value. Yeah, this is fine. This is fine. We got an ultimate. We killed the Mercy. This is good. Don't worry about Bob. Yeah. So soldier now. Yeah. Simple. Clean up. So now you have your ult, which means that this is basically a panic button. If you get hooked, then if you go low, then you can use your Q. But it's not great other than that, right? Like, I would use it, not to get damage, but to, like, jump on the Zenyatta and get as much attention away from the front line as possible. Because, again, it's not about getting kills, it's not about doing damage, it's about getting people to look away from your team. So that your team has the space to work. Because basically, attention is a resource that buys space. If let's just assume attention, like people looking at you, people looking at that sideline, is a resource that if you can draw, it creates space. Because let's assume that they have a Widow right here, right? Then the Widow is holding all of these angles, right? And your team will have a much harder time pushing through the chokes. But if you just dive the Widow and force her out, even if you don't kill her, then you are creating space because the Widow is no longer paying attention on this. The Widow is paying attention to you, and now your team can push for free. So even attention is a very important resource that you can use to create space. Same goes for the backline. If the Sen is holding this front line, and you drop behind him, then he's forced to turn around and duel you, and maybe Mercy will help him, maybe Sari or Rotho will help you, right? The more people that look away from the front line, the more your team can push into them and get free value.
Yeah. As
Uh,
of now, I don't think would it have been wise not for me to jump. I think I'm going to go engage because I've got primal anyways. It would have been no value for me to waste it right now. Is that correct?
I think the reason you don't want to engage right now is that your team is getting free push. You can just wait
Yeah, but I
until they
can
start contesting.
disengage though.
Even if you can disengage, like what are you gaining if you engage now? Let's say you
Yeah,
jump
true.
in now. The payload is gonna keep moving. You are drawing their attention away, but right now, like they are not trying to stop the payload. You should wait until they are trying to engage your team and then engage. Because drawing attention away is good when your team can use it. But right now, your team is just moving the payload. So even if you draw attention away, your team is gonna move the payload anyway.
Yeah.
So it's okay. Like now that the fight is working out, it's been a couple seconds. Now you can go in, right? We got a fight happening. You go in for the backline. This is good. Please don't drop your bubble right away. We drop the bubble right away. Basically, 1v1ing on Mercy. I know there's a Sen up here, but you should be fine against the Mercy and the Sen. Then you jump out. We can go back in. We have Primal, right? At this point, this is really what we want. If everyone, like 1, 2, 3, 4 people, are looking at us, you pop Primal, then they have to burn through 1000 HP, who's constantly moving around and being a big annoyance. Your team can just push forward, kill this area, keep pushing forward. So I would just pop Primal and go down. Yeah, you pop Primal. I don't think you should have gotten out in the first place, but like I said, your team is getting value. Like, you created space by going in. Even if you didn't do a lot of damage, even if you didn't kill anyone, like Sen looked away, Rothok looked away, Mercy looked away, Ashe, all were looking at you. Your Tracer went in, killed the Ashe, your Moira killed the Zarya on the front line. The Zarya was like abandoned by everyone else in her team. So even though Tracer died, Tracer may not have died if you had just stayed in and put Primal instead of jumping out. Because it gave time for the Sen to look away again.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall, solid engagement. You did wait until your team was going in, which is good, and then you drew the attention of the supports. Again, bubble too early, but this is the biggest thing I've noticed so far. You just drop your bubble whenever you're about to land, no matter what, you just drop the bubble, and you can wait. You don't have to drop it right away, and this becomes even more important if you have a diva, if you have a Zarya who can protect you, or if you have a ball who can engage with you. This becomes even more important because if you go in, then Diva has 2 seconds of defense matrix, right? Or
Yeah.
Zarya has a 2 second bubble. So you can go in and you can wait for those 2 seconds before dropping your bubble. Because it's basically overlapping if you drop it right away. If you go in, drop your bubble, and Diva defense matrix at the same time, then you guys are just overlapping. The best way of doing it is you engage, you wait for your off tank to use their cooldowns, right? Because they need the time to regen anyway. And then after those 2 seconds has passed, you drop the bubble, which gives you time to get the leap back out. This is fine. Even if you got hooked, even if you get ulted, you can just get out, and we got them value from this. What you should do though is always, just before primal ends, take a jump, because it will still have the 2 second cooldown when you do that. Now you are stuck with a 5 or 6 second cooldown if you want to do it, right? So before primal ends, I would have been like, I'm just gonna jump up to get to the spaceship. Then I have a two
Yeah,
second I
true.
can engage. Right now, if you want to do that, you have to use your leap to get you engaged to the spaceship. Then wait 5 or 6 seconds instead of 2, and drop back out. Yeah, you see, you do take the spaceship, but now you have 5 seconds to wait. Chase the soldier out. That's solid. We don't drop here. What's threatening you to drop? The soldier? Soldier can kill a monkey 1v1.
I thought to myself, if I try to go through the like bridge, like I thought to myself, I can't kill the soldier. He's got like harmony orb on him, and he's got his own heals. Like if I just go and waste my go in, use my bubble, and try to 1v1 him, I wouldn't have gotten any value.
Right, but that doesn't mean you have to go away. It's not like there are two options. It's not like you have to go in and drop. You can just stay here. You don't have to drop back out, is what I'm saying. Like, if Soldier pushes you, then maybe you can consider it. But right now, Soldier was running away until now. So you can be like, I'm just gonna stay here for a moment. You don't have to give up the position because of the Soldier presence here. You can just be like, I'm gonna play here and I'm gonna see my options, because being here gives you more options than being here, right? Being here means that you can go this way, you can go around, you can drop through the bridge, you can even get to the, I don't know if you knew this, but you don't have to, once you're already here, you don't have to use leap to get to the spaceship. You can just jump here and get to the spaceship with normal jumping.
Yeah.
So you don't even have to use your leap to get back to the spaceship. Instead of dropping, you can use the time and be like, I'm just gonna get to the spaceship and have my leap ready to go. So
I
you,
guess what you could say there, like my issue there was, like, when there was no pressure, I left anyways. I should have
yeah, yeah,
stayed there until I got contested.
yeah. Even if you got contested, then maybe you can consider dropping then. But until you get contested, there's like right now there is no threat on you. Yeah, you can just stay here for free. It's exactly what you said. You don't have to drop. I feel like you felt the. I feel like your line of thought was, I either have to push the soldier, from what you said. I cannot kill him. You told me I cannot kill him. He's got a heart on your earth. He's got healing. I cannot kill him. I have to get out. But you don't have to get out. It's not like the only options are push him or get out. You can just stay here. Yeah, let's
Yeah.
continue. So now we are on main, which is not great for us. We're already taking shots. Diving the Ash is good. Again, drop the bubble too early, but in this case, you are engaging with 300 health. So if you had full health, I would be like, that was a very early bubble. On this case, because you have low health, I'm okay with you using the bubble, but it just says to me you should
Yeah.
not be jumping with 300 health. Just wait until your Moira can heal you. Because, yeah, the bubble dropped on you. I was gonna say you die. Your support's managed to keep you alive.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can just wait like 2 seconds for the Moira to kill you and then go in if you have to. We do die after all. Because hold on, before jumping, you just look. Okay, you start. You drop here. Your Moira is literally right next to you. You can just be like, I'm gonna play here. You also have a healing station, so you have a lot of healing right available. You can just be like, I'm gonna stand here and get my health back. I'm missing over 200 health already. Or not over. I think you are worth 325. Which means you took an Ash
I
headshot.
was 250 when I
Uh,
engaged.
yeah, but right now you're at 325 because you only took one Ash headshot at this point. And then you took another when you jumped in. But you could have been like at 325. You can be like, I'm just gonna wait for people to heal me. I can't go in with half my health. But yeah, what I wanted to point out was your Moira was literally standing right next to you, so you could have waited. We
Yeah,
lose
true.
this
It's like
fight.
you say, like, my mindset was I need to be doing everything
Yeah.
and all the time.
No, no. You again, waiting is part of the game, and uh, sometimes it's better to wait and get healed than do something and die for it, because you are engaging with like half health, a little over, but half health considering your max has armor. But you are just basically feeding your life away. Whereas you could have waited 1 or 2 seconds and go in.
Yeah.
Here, what do? We take the high ground. Yep. Good job. We help kill the Mercy. We help kill the Ash. Now, go forward. You have a
I couldn't
Tracer
see
on the
the Ash.
Soldier.
I didn't know she was there.
But you knew Mercy, like I saw Mercy was pocketing someone, right? Like Mercy's pocketing someone. I now know it's an Ash. I can see it on your screen, but even if you don't see the Ash, Mercy's clearly pocketing someone, right? So there is someone here and your DPS are going forward. Tracer is shooting this way. And you can see the Soldier here as well. So I would just push with my DPS basically. I know that there is something here. Tracer is shooting this way, Soldier is shooting this way. But this is basically what I mean. You are doing something right now, you are moving, but you are getting no value right now because you are just going around and looking around. And we cannot kill the Roadhog, yeah. Don't take a 1v1 versus a Roadhog. I know I said Roadhog is not threat of you, but the same, it's not like him being not a threat to you as long as he doesn't have a hook, and you being able to kill him are not the only option. You can also just ignore the Roadhog, right? Because, yeah, he's the only reason you cannot dive when you have the hook, when he has the hook, and you have to watch out for the hook. But that doesn't mean you should be engaging him when he doesn't have the hook. You should be like prioritizing everyone else. Rothog is just really good against Monkey. But if he doesn't have his hook, you can ignore him and go for someone else. You shouldn't be trying to fight the Rothog. Oh, we lost him, I believe. At least it's still on video. Yep. Let me just ask him real quick. Uh, Technical review noises. Beep, beady, boop, beady, boop. I don't think I can do that. Is that the MCA? No, don't strike me out, Switch. There's no way that's not public, right? Okay. Are you back? Test, test.
There we go.
There
Can
you
you
go.
hear me?
Yeah, yeah. Right, let's keep going. So what I
Sorry,
was saying is, don't 1v1 a Roadhog.
lagged out.
It's fine. What I was saying is, don't try to 1v1 a Roadhog. You cannot do enough damage to kill him. And yeah, I said earlier that you don't have to worry so much about him when he has the 8-second cooldown, like when he throws his hook out. But that doesn't mean, like I said earlier, it's not like your only options are killing him or going away. You can also just ignore him. And being able to ignore him with you when he doesn't have his hook doesn't mean you should jump the Roadhog. He's gonna kill you if you try to dive the Roadhog, he will kill you. But you can ignore him. That's the
Did I
point of
dive the Roadhog?
you do, yeah. Right here.
Oh wow.
You try to go for a Roadhog in a closed room.
I'm gonna be honest with you right there, right? I thought that the enemy Roadhog used his ultimate, so I thought I could just go into him with our Roadhog who was there anyways.
No, Roadhog is
If you
like
go back, if you go back a bit, right, and if you watch
right.
my point of view, like from what I saw, like like the fight
So,
happened and all,
yeah.
I'm looking around, and then I look back here if I'm correct, and then I hear it, and then I'm like, oh, Roadhog is in there, and I saw my Roadhog if I'm correct.
Okay, yeah, right here. And now your Roadhog is dead. And now you look at this. At this point, you shouldn't chase the Roadhog. You are not gonna kill him. Your Roadhog is dead. So
Yeah.
why chase the Roadhog? You
I
commit.
thought he
You
used
use
his
both of your
ultimate to
cooldowns.
use.
Even if he doesn't have, let's assume he doesn't have his ult. You're even if with all of your cooldowns, it's gonna be difficult to kill the Roadhog. Like you alone, Monkey alone cannot kill a Roadhog. You can just ignore him, which is the right call whenever you go for a dive. So long as he doesn't have the Zerg, he doesn't have the speed to close the distance on you. So
Yeah.
you don't have to worry about him so long as he doesn't have his Zerg. But that doesn't mean you can just jump up a Roadhog and expect to leave. You're usually gonna die. He does a lot more damage than you do up close, and he has more survivability than you do up close. Your advantage against the Roadhog is your mobility, the ability to keep away from him. We lose the fight, I believe. Your biggest mistake on that fight was not even diving Roadhog, it was just not going with your DPS. You have a Tracer now, which means you should be able to coordinate or at least have value just by going in with the Tracer. Or if you can coordinate and talk to the Tracer, that's ideal, but this is fine, taking the high ground. You drop right away, which is, I'm gonna say it's fun because D.Va is contesting it, But if you weren't planning to at least threaten the diva, then why did you jump up? We could see the diva before going in,
Oh,
right?
charge.
Your ult is not that valuable,
I really
and
want to get ult
it's only
now.
a single diva. Like if there were like 4 people here, then maybe yes, you just jump in, try to get cleave, drop out. But 1v1ing
I
a
saw
diva for
the
all charge.
soldier. I saw the soldier with a blue beam on him. That told me 3 people were up there.
Still though, like you know, diva is the only one you can get here, right? Like, let's go back. If you look before engaging, blah 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 blah, right here. What do I see? If you jump up here, then that's good because then you can chase the Ash out, then you can drop on whoever you want, and then you can drop again. But jumping here, how are you gonna get the soldier without going through the ship? How are you gonna get the mercy? How are you basically can't get through the diva anyway, right? So jumping up here, what I'm saying is, yeah, there are technically 3 people on the high ground, but you cannot get them all at once. You can only get the diva. So
Yeah.
also you're jumping here a lot. You should be jumping up. Like most of the time, being here just has the option to drop on multiple places. Whereas if you're here, you only have one way to go, which is inside. So you should be trying to jump on the ship a lot of the time. Because if you jump up here, from here you can be like, oh, I can just drop on the soldier if I want, drop on the diva if I want, chase the Ash out, go on the sand, drop behind them, get the mercy, right? Being up here just gives you so many more options to drop. That
Yeah.
it's almost never the right idea to go here. Unless you can confirm a kill or there are like a million people inside and you can clip them, it's usually better to just take this because you have all of the options. And you are also denying, by being here, you are contesting this high ground, you are denying them the options to be here. Like, Ash is just gonna get out. Uh, Soldier, if Soldier were up here, he would just get out as well, right? You being here means that they don't have this position, which is really good, especially for Ash, because much like with the Widow, if Ash is here, she can control all of the chokes. But if you jump her, she has to get out, and now your team can get through this for free.
Yeah. I see what you mean.
So we jump up here. Yeah, there's a soldier behind the diva, but we can't get through the diva anyway. So yeah, I think dropping is the right call after you engage, but I think you should not have jumped in. Or you should have jumped at the top of the spaceship instead. This fight is lost. We don't have a Sigma. Uh, they use Bob. I think this fight is lost. We just die and regroup. Or get out and regroup. Like, there is very little reason for you not to just get out here. Yep.
Yeah. I don't know, for some reason I thought it would have been winnable.
If you had ults, maybe. But the only ult you have is Coalescence, and it's probably not gonna kill any of them. Also, they use Bob.
Yeah.
Bob is really annoying
There's
for
no
a dive tank.
recognition.
Yeah, we just die, it's fine. We regroup. Should have died faster, but it's okay. Your team is still getting out. Your Moira dies even. That's a free mercy to right. You just saw her fly in, right? Jump and get the mercy. Nope. Did you not see the mercy at the time?
I don't think I did.
That's unfortunate.
I must have been like looking at my phone while walking into the
That's
point.
fair. But yeah, that mercy was basically free, and then she just kills the Widow, which is very unfortunate. Now we see the mercy, and now she should die. Yeah. Could have gotten her earlier. I could have gotten her earlier. Prevent the rest. Prevent the death.
Not gonna lie, I do a big brain play here.
Are you gonna try to bait him into dropping?
No. You're about to see.
Okay.
I
That's
see
a
him
baby
go
diva.
in.
Yeah.
I walk around and I jump up. I see the Sonic arrow.
Right. Oh, I see. That's good. That's pretty good actually. It's a free kill. I really like that.
Was wasting primal worth it?
Oh, absolutely. It's not a waste. You kill the Roadhog. You can now go at the entire team for free. It's definitely not a waste. You are literally just getting a pick. With the help of your team, yeah, of course, that's the idea. It's not a solo game, but you basically forced the Roadhog into a position where he just died. And now you've got Primal to go in. When you come out of Primal, you're gonna have the bubble soon, you're gonna have Leap. It's actually really good. You should practice your jump stuff. Like this, you get pulled out, you should bubble here. You should not drop, you can just bubble here, you're getting healed. Like again, there is no reason to bubble. If you're not getting threatened, no reason to bubble, no reason to drop. If you're not getting threatened, what's the reason to drop? Diva is not looking at you and there's no one threatening you right now. You can just play here, drop the bubble, wait for the Mercy who's healing you to heal you, then just go back in.
I guess, yeah, you got a point, like...
Get out, the bubble should last. Yep. Looks like a lost fight, which is very unfortunate. Yeah, I think this was definitely a winnable fight. But after, like, we got the pick, this is really good. But then we are getting no value with the rest of the primal. If you should practice, again, you should practice your jumps so that you know exactly what you need to make it up here, what your distance is, what your health is. Because if you were, imagine you were here like 2 seconds earlier. You just chase the Ash out, you can stay this, you got bubble for later. Instead, you are basically forced out with Coach Gun. You are forced here and you drop anyway. You also have a shield from your Sigma, which is even more protection, but you didn't need it anyway. Then we drop, and basically, for now, you get no value the rest of the fight. Whereas if you had jumped here earlier and contested them out, you'll be here, or at least here, and you could get value. From here, you can just go on the side and kill him, jump back in, you know. Also,
I've given up my options.
Yeah, also, you are once more not waiting for the healing.
Pardon?
You are once more not waiting for the healing. Like, you're about to jump back in, and your Moira is trying to heal you, and you are very low health. So you should, once,
as well.
like here, you just go in with half health, you jump in. You should wait for your Moira to top you off here, because if you go in with full health, you can survive for longer. The bubble is good, and then she ults, which is fine. You just block it with bubble. Oh, I just realized something, by the way. Their Ash killed your Mercy because she was on the high ground. If you had taken the high ground, or if you had stayed here, your Mercy would probably not have died either. The Ash is on the high ground, right? She's fine, your Mercy goes to heal you, but you drop. And now their Mercy just dies because you are not here and you do not use bubble. Which, to be fair, it's also on her part that she flew way too high. So it's not only your mistake, but if you had played here, you could just bubble and save her.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, it all adds up slowly. Like, this is really good. You drop the Roadhog, then you basically miss a jump, losing out on 2 seconds. Then you jump in, which is fine. You are forced out by Coach Gun, then you drop again, which is another mistake. Then you go forward again without getting full healed, which is another mistake. It's just a collection of small... It's not big things, it's small things, but they pile up and they cause you to lose the fight. Or at the very least, doesn't allow you to get as much value as you could. Maybe you would have still lost the fight. Maybe their soldier just pops off and kills your Mercy and your soldier anyway, right? But the idea in Overwatch is increasing your chances of winning the fight as much as possible.
Yeah. Is it alright if you pause for a second, right?
Yep.
Could you open up Paint, if that's alright? There's some stuff I want to write down, but I can't do that as of the moment.
Can I just do it like this? Does this work? Can I just write on the screen like this?
You could. If the handwriting's good, then I don't mind.
No, it's awful.
Hey, let's see.
Let me...
Because you've
Hold on,
given me,
chat.
I think, 3 things to work on.
Okay. Hold on, chat. We're going wild. Okay. Yeah. Text. Yeah, tell me. You want me to give you 3 things to work on?
Yeah, as much core issues I can work on with my Winston.
Definitely the bubble management. Like 100%. What the first?
You can write for it.
Yeah, I can just write that out. Hold on. I just want to do it like this. No, let's make these figures. Let's just wrap around. No, no. God damn it, paint. How do I select this? Oh my god, I fucked it up. uh, like this? No, like this? No. God damn it. Let's just do it like this. Where's the eraser tool? Oh my god, this is so bad. Can I just select this? Okay, yeah. Okay, good. We got it. We got the chat, so...
Big brain. Oh, but it's light blue. I can't see it.
Yeah, I'm trying to change it to black now. I, I'm trying to change it to black now.
What?
Let's go at it again. There we go.
Oh, there we go. Stop using bubbles so early.
So yeah, this is what I said earlier. You're using bubble too early and it's not giving you enough time to get out sometimes, or maybe just block cooldowns or whatever. But you're using bubble very early on the fight, like you are literally dropping it as soon as you land. And one of the big things that this causes is that it doesn't allow you to chase targets. Because usually if someone tries to run away from you, you can just start walking forward, drop your bubble, and keep walking forward. And your bubble is behind you and it blocks a lot of things, and you can shield dance in front of them. But by using your bubble so early, hold on, let me just try to explain what I mean. By using your bubble so early, that means that if someone goes away, then you cannot chase because your bubble is here. Whereas if you jump in, start chasing someone, they go away, you start chasing, drop your bubble here, or drop your bubble here, which will be like this, you can still shield dance and damage them because your bubble is where you need it to be, rather than you forcing it to be as early as possible. Where it only covers this area, you can put it here, where it covers more area and it will allow you to get your targets earlier. The second one is stop giving up high or positioning in general. But let's, which I assume you can guess what it means. Like if there is no threat.
Yeah. If there's no threat, then don't give it up.
Yeah. And the last one is that waiting is not bad. Just wait. Go ahead. But yeah, basically, if you have to wait for 2 seconds to get healing or to get cooldowns, or maybe for your team to catch up to you because you are holding space forward, right? It happens a lot, for example, on King's Row. If you are holding space forward and the payload is moving, you can just wait there. You don't have to go forward, you don't have to go back, you can just wait. But yeah, these are 3 things that I think you could definitely work on.
And
That would
also
help
the
you a
health
lot.
thing.
And yeah, again, remember, waiting is not bad. Like I get the mentality of I always want to be doing something, and it's not a bad mentality, but you have to keep into account that sometimes what feels like doing nothing is doing something. If you are waiting, then you are waiting for cooldowns, right? It's not like you are doing nothing. You want to have your cooldowns available to you. If you are, for example, holding a space, you are just not waiting. You are holding the space. It's not doing nothing. You are always doing something. It's just you are not active on it. You are passively doing something, waiting for resources,
You're
getting
trying to
healed, especially
make
with
downtime
tanks.
for a big uptime.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so let's close paint now.
Wait, I didn't screenshot it.
Oh, it's
No.
fine. We can get it from the. We can get it. You can get it from the screen, from the stream. It wasn't the stream. I don't think I can get
Yeah, I
big,
can.
but yeah, you can take a screenshot from the stream. Okay. All right, let's keep going for a little bit. Let's see how your attack plays out. We take the high ground. This is fine. You have support from your team. Never mind. Your soldier drop. I was gonna say you have support with your team, so you can push forward and try to do damage. But your soldier drop, so
We got a
not
pick.
ideal. And I'll be honest, I didn't realize your soldier drop, so you should probably not worry about it a lot. It's hard to realize when you are diving in and your soldier is with you, and then suddenly your soldier is not with you. But this is fine. You take damage, but you back off. I like it. Again, uh, Diva is chasing, so I'm fine with dropping, but you just look away and drop without noticing if the Diva actually chases or not. You don't have to look away to run away. You can just back a little bit, and if she chases you, then you drop. In this case, dropping is the right thing to do because she does chase you. But when you backed out, you didn't know if she was actually chasing you or not. You can just
And
stay
she's
here,
pocketed.
and you're true. You are also pocketed right now. So if she chases
Yeah.
you can just drop. If she doesn't, then you can just wait here and prepare for our next engagement. Whether you go this way or just go this way. Because again, getting
Yeah.
back here basically means you have to use sleep. And again, this is very small because in this case, dropping is right. She's chasing you and Diva does do a lot of damage. So dropping is the right thing to do. I'm just saying, your first instinct was, I'm just gonna drop, rather than, I'm just gonna see if she chases me and then drop.
But wouldn't she just stand there anyways, like knowing that, like
She,
Winston is
yeah,
looking for like
the Diva
enemies?
would be here, right? But you can just go this way instead. You don't have to push back. Okay? If the Diva just waits here, which is what I'm saying, she may just wait here because she doesn't know either. Maybe your soldier's here. She doesn't know. So maybe she doesn't chase for whatever reason. And then she just waits here. You can just go out this way. This is not your only option. You can instead just go out this way and be like, oh, hi, Diva. I'm here now. I can just drive on the ship before you do anything.
Yeah.
So we go out. This is okay. We dive the... Again, always dive the ship. Always. Like, in 90% of the cases, diving the ship is the right thing to do. Because two things. First, you are pressuring the Ashe. She doesn't have her Mercy with her. We know the Mercy is with Diva. So the Ashe is probably going to leave. And then you can just drop on the Sun. If you go on the Sun this way, then he's gonna choke to shoot at you through, right? Like he's gonna discord you and he's gonna do a lot of damage before you win because he had a choke. On the other hand, if you drop from above, then you are literally on top of him at this very second. Go. That.
Sorry. Um, could you go back like 10 seconds before?
Yeah, yeah. Okay, where were we?
Like because I just got a text message from my father
It's
and I had
fine.
to reply to him.
This is not you, this is you, so we drop. This is not great, but it's fine. I mean, dropping is the right call, just didn't look. Always jump the ship is what I was saying, because in this case, this achieves two things. 90% of the time, jumping on the ship is the right call. In this case, this achieves two things. First, we know Mercy's with Diva, so we can just chase the Ashe out. She's not going to try to 1v1 you by herself. She's just going to go out. And secondly, it allows you to drop on the Zenyatta instead of just walking to the Zenyatta, because the
Yeah.
Zenyatta has a choke here, right? If you just walk to the Zenyatta, he can discord you and shoot at you, and he can do a lot of damage to you before you even reach him. The other hand, if you
And he
jump
would
on the
push
ship,
bubble from me too.
and he may, I don't know if he does, I didn't get that far. But he could, yeah, if he does a lot of damage, he may. The other hand, if you just drop at him from above, you're immediately on top of him. He doesn't have time to discard you, he doesn't have time to shoot you, it's immediately taking damage.
My question is, let's say I do drop on him and he decides to disengage.
Yeah? If the sun drops, you
You
can
know.
just drop and follow him. Because again,
Yeah,
like,
true. That is an option. I was thinking, what if he was safe and like I had to think of a new plan and stuff, and
let's say
I
the
just
sun
don't
gets
see
out
any options.
for whatever reason. Again, you can just wait here for 1 second while you examine the thing. This is so long as the Zenyatta does go away and he's no longer holding this angle, you can just be like, okay, I'm gonna take 1 second. I'm gonna maybe see behind them. Maybe there's someone I can drop behind them. Okay, maybe there's not. But in general, just this is a good position to be in up here. You can just drop anywhere. So maybe you can be like, okay, the sun gets out. I'm just gonna go back on the ship. And from the ship, you can be like, okay, now that I'm up here, I literally can see everything. So from here, I can decide, hey, I'm going to drop here on the Roadhog. Not a good idea. Let's go for something else. Bow, not great. Diva, not great. Oh, there's a Mercy. I'm going to go for the Mercy, right?
Yeah,
So yeah, in
that's true.
general, if you don't have, if you don't think you can get to anyone, if you don't think there's an easy target, the best thing to do is take a good position. Because by taking a good position, you can first you can engage at any time by just dropping instead of having used your leap. And secondly, you can see everything and you can see where you may be needed, where you can get value. So the sun drops. You've used survival a little early, like you still have a lot of health. And I know you're discorded, but only the sun is fighting you. Imagine if you could drop now and put your bubble here, right? Rodok cannot do
Yeah.
anything. Ash and Mercy cannot do anything. All you have to do is walk forward and probably not kill the Zenyatta because he will press Q. But at the very least, you are forcing out Transcendence, which, very big value. Yeah, you do it anyway. With that, you drop. I think this is still the right call, but you should have kept the bubble for after you drop, because when you were here, there was nothing threatening you. So again, no reason to use the bubble here. You just drop and use it below you. This is fine. We force Transcendence out. That's really good. Can miss the jump. Practice your jumps a little bit, because I noticed you're coming up short on some of them. I don't know if you knew, but if you hold W, you go further. If you hold not W, like if you hold forward, you go further. If you hold backwards, you go less. And
I
if you hold
practice
the
my
jump,
primal rages a lot. You know,
yeah,
I
just
probably
practice
spend.
your normal jumps a little bit as well. This is fine. Yeah, not ideal. If you were here, you probably would not have gotten killed, but not a lot of options once you drop here. Again, if you had the bubble here, then maybe you would have died. Again, using bubble too early may have costed you here, but it's overall it's fine. I would take a dry fight. We still use salts, which is unfortunate, but we got trans out, which is very important, and we only use shots. And they use two ults. Now they're using a third.
For some reason.
It's not last fight. We have one more fight. We just have to regroup. We're coming back. Okay, so we go for the diva here, I assume. Yeah.
I thought to myself, I'm a bubble, the Sigma, so we can get out safe. Took
I don't think
everything
you have
up
the
in
time to
CC.
get out safe. I don't think bubbling the Sigma was the wrong call, don't get me wrong. Because your Sigma definitely needs help here, and the diva is just getting out. And you have time to get one more bubble before engaging, which is the important thing. Sad that we didn't get the diva. We were very close, but, happens sometimes. We just wait. Here, again, I want you to wait 4 seconds before jumping in to get your bubble and maybe get some healing. So if you can pick your Mercy to get some healing, that would... Like, your Mercy is actually trying to chase you to heal you. Yeah. You just kind of ignore her for a little bit. It's fine though. Like,
I felt really bad because I took the health pack and she was on fire. I was like, shit, what if she dies?
yeah, I did notice that, but she didn't die, luckily. If she had died, that would have been terrible, but we are okay. We are okay. Again, if you think you're in range, you can just jump the ship.
Yeah,
This is
try that.
fine. Bubbling is okay. It's fine. I'd like for you to get back up here when you can, but yeah, and still be dropped behind them, which is not the right call.
Because I don't have my ability ready.
Yeah, you don't have your bubble now because
there's 3 people there.
it's not so much that there's 3 people here; it's that you're basically alone. If you had a diva, it's probably right. Even if there were like 4 people here versus 2, diva allows you to have the extra time, right? But because you're by yourself, and you don't have your bubble, it's basically going in, and you have to survive for 6 seconds until your leap is ready before going out. Also, hold on. Oh, I am still on the wrong coaching team. I was very worried for a second. There we go. Hello, chat. But yeah,
What's poppin', chat?
if you drop by yourself with no cooldowns, that basically means you have to survive for 6 seconds to get the leap back out. And 2 seconds is a long time in Overwatch. With 6 seconds, people will kill you. Yeah, you die. That's unfortunate. Especially because you had it to primal. Like, my line of thought would have been, I just gotta get back up to the ship, chase the Ash out, and then maybe I can just wait for my bubble and drop. My team is contesting payload anyway. I don't need to be on the payload. I can just wait. My bubble is still up here. I can just leave back up, try to chase the Ash out, or just kill her outright. Then I can drop on the Mercy, on the Soldier, on whoever I want to, and bubble around them, isolate them. We get rest. This is actually really good. Maybe you can get Primal? Bubble too early, like, you should not be here, so why are we bubbling here? I get that you're trying to contest payload. My thought would be like, I need to get these two. I'm not gonna kill Roadhog, and putting a bubble this close to the Roadhog is just buying like 2 shots from the Roadhog. My thought would be I'm just gonna try to isolate him instead, so my team can kill the Roadhog.
Should I have just jumped in and see if I could have gotten the pick that way?
Yes, at least that's what I think. Because hold on, we get rest
Like
here.
what identified you to like make that decision?
Mostly the fact
I
that
think to myself,
keep going. I want
yeah,
to hear your line of thought. No, tell me. I want to hear your line of thought.
it's because my mindset is they're gonna destroy the bubble in seconds. Hog's gonna hook me and I feed. That was my mindset.
But you still put your Roble down in front of the Roadhog. So you are not getting much more value here than you would be here because, like, hold on, let's see if I can. It's the same distance, right? It's even less distant. If you jump the soldier, for example, or you jump behind them to try to get the mercy and you bubble, it's basically the same distance. It's not like it's gonna save you any time with the bubble. Roadhog is gonna kill it in the same time, and killing mercy is usually a lot more impactful than tickling Roadhog for a few seconds. Because again, the problem here is that your targets are Roadhog and Diva, and you're looking at the both. Going for the Diva would be fine because she's slow. If she were full health, probably not. But here, you have usually when it's a fight like this, you win when you remove the healers. Because if you don't have any healers, then you can just if they don't have any healers, you can just play defensive, and your healers can heal you, and they will never be able to kill you, right?
Yeah.
Here I think we still have leap. Do we have leap? Yeah. So bubble breaks because Roadhog, but I don't think the Diva is not gonna get anyone. I see the Mercy. I just walk towards the Mercy. They have a brick now, which is unfortunate, but it's fine. I still want you to go for the Mercy. That's fine. This is fine.
I felt so bad for my Sigma.
Did you get
I
hooked?
booped them out of no. I booped them
Oh.
out of his. I was like, shit. Should I have done that?
This is
As
just.
you can see. Oh my god, I feel so
This is
bad.
just lack of coordination, though. It's not on you. It's not on him. This is just people not being in comms and talking about it. So
It's just unfortunate, let's say.
yeah, if you were in comms and your Sigma would have been like, I'm flaxing, then you wouldn't have primal. If you were in comms and you would have been like, I'm primaling, then he wouldn't have flaxed. So, it's just lack of communication there. And again, I don't think you are doing the wrong thing. Like, 1, 2, 3 people are paying attention to you. Mercy goes away, but she was for a little bit. And the fact that you're 1v tuning in the backline means your team has a bigger chance here. So I don't think you're doing the wrong thing here. You kill the soldier, you bubble here. Yep, you shield dance. This is fine. You can probably even kill the break. She just. Why? Oh my god. Okay, so this is a mistake on your part. So this is fine. We do the break. And then she stops moving and stays inside. So why do you not stay outside? You keep shield dancing even though she's always in the same side of the shield. Instead, what you should do is you should be here all the time. So that she
I'm
doesn't.
confused.
She just stops
Like,
moving
what do
and stands here, right?
mm-hmm.
So why are you still shield dancing? You are still moving in and out of the
It
shield.
would have made no difference. I thought she would have like bashed me,
Yeah,
and
if you
maybe
stay
I would have
out
been
of the
able to
shield,
stay her.
she cannot. Shield bash doesn't go through shield. So what I'm saying is there is no reason if she when she was going in and out, you are shield dancing, which is fine. But then she just stops moving and stands inside. So when she
Okay,
stands inside, you just wait on the other side. So she can't hold on, let's go at this slow speed. Like why are you inside? You go out, which is fine, and then you go back in, which why? Right? And then you die. What I'm saying is just stay outside. So she can't shoot bash it. Also, no, let's put it that. But yeah, basically, if someone is inside of your bubble and is not going out, there's no reason for you to go in. Your range covers the entire bubble basically. So
yeah, I guess it
that's
was just more of a panic like that. She would
yeah,
be
yeah.
able to
I
just
do know
wait for
that.
3
It's
minutes.
very nitpicky. That's just very nitpicky. I do admit that that's not a minor thing. Sorry, not a major thing. That's a very very minor thing. But yeah, this is lost, and then we get to the attack. Their attack, our defense. We're holding here. This is fine. We have a Genji now, which is really good. And we have
Usually, I never think that they're gonna follow up on me. I just do my own thing and hope that they do it.
uh,
Usually.
a good way to make sure that happens is with combs. I know it's not easy to get combs, but if you keep ranking up at like low masters, you start getting more people on combs, like every game.
Yeah, I know. Like I do like touch masters now and then, for some weird reason. And I noticed that
This
people
is
do
really
talk.
good. You
I
bubble
thought
the
to myself,
diva.
why is Diva committing? You know
Yeah,
what?
you got
The
the diva.
reason I stayed here is something you taught me. What you told me was there's no heals, overextended. What are they
Yeah,
doing? Aggress on them. And I knew my team was behind me, so I
yeah,
just didn't disengage.
that's really good. Also, the bubble is blocking heals, which is also really good. But they don't have any like Ana or Moira or Baptiste anyway who could heal your heals. But yeah, they are over. The diva is staying here for no reason. She should have been like, I'm in. Oh, they have a Sigma, a Genji, a Soldier, and a Monkey. I'm out. But the diva is overextending, and you guys punish it. So that's really good. Good punish. Punish the Mercy. This is fine. Lucky that your team didn't follow up with you, but by the way, just melee the Mercy. You are looking away from her. One melee will kill her here. Like she's got 19
Yeah,
health.
but it's the hog hook that I was worried about.
Honestly, if you can pick the Mercy, I'm okay with you getting hooked.
Really?
Yeah, because without the Mercy, they don't have rest. Well, they just use rest, but and they don't have healing. But Sen does no healing, right? So basically, picking a support is really good, especially when it's their main healing. Mm, I would be okay with it, especially because also you still had your lead. Now you don't have it because you just used it. But even if you get hooked, you can just sleep out. He will do a lot of damage to you, but you got full health, so you can just be like, no, I'm out. You may die, but the Reaper is not with the Rohoko, and the Mercy is dead, and you are not discorded yet. So I would be like,
You see, I felt really bad. Like when I say I felt bad, right? It's like Reaper. What if I put a bubble for that soldier and like he doesn't
no,
die from it?
your bubble was good. Like you used your bubble to kill the Diva, and now you don't
No,
have it.
no, 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 no. What I mean is, why wasn't I with my soldier and I bubble my soldier in hopes that maybe soldier can shield dance around it and force Wraith, and like him not die, and at least he's not out of the fight.
Uh, because you don't have your bubble. You use your bubble to kill the Diva, right? You bubbled the Diva and killed her, and you don't have it yet.
I know, but
You,
that's not what I mean. It's like, what if I played more defensively, watched my soldier like a bit, right, and seen him get dived, and I bubble him instead. You know,
but
it's like
then
maybe
maybe
if
you
I
don't kill
stayed
the
up,
Diva.
he would have.
I think bubbling the Diva was definitely the right call, and he's got a
No,
Sigma.
like now, if I was with him, but yeah, I don't have bubble now.
You don't have the
I feel like
bubble.
I should have killed for him.
No, Sigma is definitely better against Reaper than you. So I think you're doing the right thing. You are basically forcing, like, look at this, right? This is what I meant earlier. You going in
True.
basically means that Mercy, Sen, and Rothog are
He's
all
fine.
looking at you. And your entire team is basically a 5v1 in here, right? He should not die to the Reaper in a 5v1. And yeah, maybe the Reaper just got very close and he was too far away and he's still getting healed. But I think you are doing your job. Like, you are holding here, you are basically forcing them to look at you, and the Reaper has no support. The way this soldier doesn't die is if the Sigma protects him. Because also, what are you gonna do against the Reaper? Reaper is a very hard counter to Monkey. So yeah, you are definitely getting more value here than you are here.
So, what are you gonna do against Reaper? You actually have a point. That's the funny part. And it's not like I have bubble to kill for him anyways. What I'm gonna do? Fucking 60 damage per second. He gets that in one
Yeah,
millisecond.
yeah. without, maybe if you did have the bubble, I would be like, hey, you can be with your team. But even with the bubble, I think you would still be getting more value trying to kill the Mercy.
True. Thank you for answering my question. That was my question.
No problem. Also, keep in mind, you have a Sigma. Sigma counters Reaper really, really hard. So, this is
Yeah.
not, dealing with the Reaper is not your job here.
It was just unlucky, let's say.
Yeah, yeah. D.Va on the
As of
left
now, I'm
is
thinking to
fine.
myself, what am I doing here?
Um,
My mind, I was panicking here. I was like, shit, what do I do?
I will tell you what you do. You give up the high ground again for no reason. The D.Va comes in, but it's one D.Va and there's 4 of you, so you give up the high ground for no threat, basically. And from here, if you are here, you can be like, I'm gonna jump on the Mercy, I'm gonna jump on the Ashe. If you're here, you have a lot more targets to identify, right?
Options, yeah.
You just have a better line of sight on everything. You can even go
Yeah.
all the way around if you want to and drop behind them, but I'd say from here you can just jump down, honestly.
Yeah, true. That is an option as well. You've
So
got a point.
if you don't drop on the high ground, then you being on the high ground is not only good for options, it also gives you awareness of what's going on. Like, yeah, you have the option to drop, to jump, to drop here, to just drop here and wait, but it also lets you see what's
Yeah.
going on, because right now you have no idea.
Even right. Yeah, even if I didn't know what to do, at least I could have known what to do if I was up there.
Let's say you just see the Mercy alone. She's so alone, by the way. Let's say you say the Mercy alone here, and you just jump at the Mercy. She goes away from the D.Va, and you can just be here for a couple seconds. Like, the Reaper is not close enough to kill you. Maybe the Ashe is gonna try to damage you, but you just move a little bit, and then you get leap back, and you just jump on the Ashe, because now you know the Ashe is here. You bubble the Ashe, you kill the Ashe, right? Pressuring the backline is usually a good way to get value. You go for the Ashe anyway. This is fine. Can't drop in bubble too early. So,
Yeah, like my armor is still there.
yeah, you've taken literally no damage.
And now I can engage because I don't have bubble.
Yeah, you can still engage because you have leap. Like, if you don't jump, if you drop, let's say that you, instead of like jumping to engage in the Mercy, you just drop and tickle the D.Va, then you can just leap out. The problem is that you cannot jump 2 of the heroes on the team because they counter you really hard without bubble, especially. So it's not like you can
Yeah.
drop on the Rothog or on the Reaper and be like, hey, I'm gonna farm you a little bit. I would say you can still drop because you have, yeah, you have leap. So you can still drop, you can tickle the D.Va a little bit, and then you have leap. Leap is basically a really good disengagement. You can just be like, I'm out. You go back to your team. Or if you want to, you can jump and pressure the Ashe as well. Still, we go out.
I see Hawk pushing the payload. I'm like, oh shucks. I need to contest payload, bubble it, shoot him. People are coming back too. That was my game. That was my mindset there.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
why I turned back. I was like,
I
where's
don't
payload?
dislike it.
Oh shit, it's there.
Yeah, yeah, I get the idea. It's just they kept moving the payload and we didn't stop it ever. But it's fine. Like, this is actually a really good corner to hold the payload. But what I'm having in mind is that you versus a Rotok is a really bad matchup for you. I said earlier.
I thought people would come. You know, they have to come back. What are you doing down there? You know, that was my mindset.
Yeah, I mean, if you're in comms, you can just be like, play on the payload, or tell them that you're gonna be on the payload. But maybe they haven't realized yet, right? Genji's with you at least. I'm fine with dropping the bubble here early because you're trying to not get hooked. Because I think he has hook. He doesn't, but you don't know that.
Yeah.
So I'm fine with the bubble early, shield dancing is fine, and we actually kill him. So there you go.
I was so bamboozled there. I was like, how?
Your Widow got a lot of shots on him, I think. Just like.
I didn't even notice we had a widow. I'm gonna be
But
honest.
yeah, look at this. You draw the attention of the Roadhog, right? And the Widow is just like,
Yeah.
oh, 3 shots. She gets 1, then I think Genji's doing damage as well. Yeah. So basically, you are like, hey, Rothok, look at me, and your team just kills him. I'll go back to look at you. Taking the high ground is fine, and we win the fight, which is really good. Poking with the D.Va is fine, then you get out.
I got
That's
discorded
good.
too, so I was like, oh shucks.
Yeah, yeah. If you get discarded and you lose armor, you basically don't want to stay where you can take damage. I would probably, yeah, I
I
would
hear
probably here
her
for the
jump
Genji.
in. I was like, you know what? She has no heals, so I might as well bubble and we finish her off.
I'm I like this, but they do have healing that goes through the health. The reason I like this is that you're actually protecting your Genji, who's very low. So I'm like, yeah, the bubble is definitely the right call here. And the diva goes low, and she has to get out. And your Sigma just kills her, and then you just kill the sun, right? He drops. This is fine. Careful the Roadhog. He, how does that hook miss? I'll be honest. So this is fine. This is
I'm
okay.
curious. Can we watch from his perspective? I really want to see what he did
Yeah,
there. How did he miss that hook? I want to see as well. Look at his perspective, if that's right.
yeah, yeah. It's like, oh, free monkey. It just misses
Bruh,
you.
I'm fucking Matrix, bro. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it just barely misses you. Then you die. Okay, that's unfortunate. I think you even had bubble. No, I think you used to bubble. No, you had bubble. So you get a bubble there, but it's okay. Like, I think the idea of going for the is right. Then you get discorded, and you.
I
This
don't
is
have
the
a
mistake.
bubble here, unfortunately.
No, this is the mistake. Don't do this. Why are you exposing yourself? Just play here. Once the sun is dropped, you cannot chase because you are discorded and you have no health, right? And the roll is gonna be, yeah, 4 seconds. But you are exposing yourself. This is the mistake here. Why play here? Why not just wait behind the cover? You can just be here. You can just crouch here. Like, jumping in was good. You forced the sun off the high ground. He took damage. The Mercy's healing him. That was good. But now you are standing on the crates. There is no reason for you to be standing on the crates.
I just thought get a big jump.
You can still get a big jump from here.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's, let's just say, unfortunate. This is about 3,300 mid diamond, I believe, right?
That match, yes. Now I'm 3-2-50. No, 3-2-0-0.
Okay. So yeah, mid diamond, around mid diamond.
Yes, sir.
Jump up. This is fine. White bubble.
Him. I heard him.
Even if you see the Roadhog, it's like, there's no reason to bubble yet. Like, yeah, that's another bubble. Like, there is no reason for you to bubble until he's in line of sight and you know he's gonna hook you.
Yeah.
Because this bubble is early because he has the choice of not coming in. If he doesn't come in, like he just goes away and hooks your Sigma instead, then you waste the bubble. You can wait until he's committed to the flank. When he shows up here, then you can be like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna bubble him and we can focus now. But if you just hear him coming this way or see him come this way, you don't have to use your bubble yet.
Yeah.
This is fine. This is dangerous, but you got primal.
Yeah, that was my motive.
Primal too early.
But I thought I could get the kill on the Zen, though.
Maybe you can, but honestly, you don't need primal to get a kill. Like, look at your health. You are well at almost at full health. You can just move forward and sap the sand, and when you start going low, then you can primal. You're basically living
Yeah.
up on like 300 free health by not taking damage before primaling. Then you can primal. Then we kill the sand, which is good. Don't die, please. Okay.
Do you know what
This
happened right there? I booped him off and back in.
really.
That was the most stupidest.
Let's see that from a
I
third-person
felt like
perspective.
an absolute goon. Watch this. Throw him back out. Wait.
Oh yeah, that's very unfortunate.
I was just holding R2 and I just wanted to turn around and I booped him back in. Oh my god.
Yeah,
That would have been a
that's
sick split,
very
but what can I say?
unfortunate. It's fine. It's fine, but that's very unlucky. You still draw the attention of two people, so This is still getting value, though. Of course, pooping him off would have been more value, but this is still good value. Your Moira kills someone, we're using Coalescence. You are just chasing, getting out, which is fine. Practice your jumps a little bit.
No, it wasn't that. The thing blocked. You know the little like crates on the far right
Yeah,
side
yeah.
of the building.
It blocked you, but you can aim like around them. Like if you know your
It was
maps,
a
then
panic.
you will probably yeah. I get it. It's a panic jump, but usually if you want to jump a little higher in general,
Hmm.
jumping higher gives you more distance, and it means that the enemy has to look up to get you, which is already difficult on PC and even more difficult on console, right? That's the reason
Yeah.
like why fire is so good. If you have to look up, it's harder to aim. Just jump higher, a little bit higher. It doesn't have to be like to the sky. I'm okay with the bubble. It's not great, but you want to make sure that you can get out. Then you just leap out. Yep. You get killed anyway. That's lucky.
And Doomfist comes out of nowhere with his rocket punch. I wasn't even ready for it, man.
Yeah, he just got dressed. He died and got dressed, which is unfortunate for us. But the fight is won. We played it, we score, and I think we won the fight.
Oh,
And
yeah.
again, even if you were not, you didn't get any picks yourself, but you helped in distracting. Like Diva was distracted, Sam was distracted, Mercy was distracted at the beginning. Then she went for the rest. Tracer above us, the Saints over there. Knowing that they have trans, I would just honestly jump the Sun. Like he's alone here, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that
Just
was my motive. I was like, you know what? I'll wait. Like, make him think that I'm not gonna jump him, and then jump him. Then I jump
you,
him, and he's gone. I'm like, oh
yeah,
shit.
you gave him enough time to go to rotate, but it's you can still chase him. Like he's still kind of alone. But I'm
I
okay
guess
with
it was
coming
my
back as well.
knowledge of not knowing where a hog was. Then I see him. I see
You see
him.
the
I was like, oh
Doomfist,
shit,
yeah.
no.
Yeah, this is fine. You're just contesting the payload. I'm okay with you dropping bubble. You actually block. I don't know if you meant to, but you blocked the anti-net, which is really big. Then you can just jump the supports if you want to. Yep.
Yeah.
Melee before landing. We force trans out, so that's what we wanted in the first place. We just get out. Yep, good job. But you don't have to worry about Sen chasing you. Just keep walking towards your supports, your team.
No, somebody else was on that high ground. Yeah, the
Yeah,
Anna.
it's the Anna.
You know.
Yeah, it's Anna. Anna cannot kill you. Then we go for the Sen. I like this. Shield dancing is good. So that's a really good pick. Take the mini. Take the mini. You have a mini right there. You should have taken the mini for sure. This looks like a one fight. You can bubble here because yeah. Yeah, good job. How do you get your Sigma? In case
Welcome to mid diamond on console, bro. What do you mean? I
it's
mean, I
fine.
like.
It's a little
Don't
chaotic.
get me wrong. I made mistakes too. Like, I'm not saying that my team was trash. I never blame my team. Usually, never do.
But yeah, this fight is basically just chaos at this point, right? Fight breaks out. I'll drop the bubble right away because I think it's chaos. I want to provide my team with as much safety as possible. Then you bubble. This is okay. That Doomfist is so low. And by the way, if you had taken the mini, you would have 75 more health. Definitely take the mini.
Yeah.
Now you die the Doom, which is good. You kill him. Playing
I'm so
defensive,
worried, but
but
at the same time, I was like, if I stay on point, they can't push cart. That's why I dropped.
I think dropping was fine. Not only
Why?
yeah do you stop card, but also you take like they have to kill you, right? They have to look at you and kill you, and you give your team time to come back, and you give your DPS time to do work. I think dropping was the right call. I think the mistake here is you should have taken the mini at the beginning. It's not a lot of health, but it would have bought you maybe 1 second on the payload, which is maybe enough, maybe not. And it's not a big mistake, but if you walk by a mini and it's like you did this, you just taken 0.2 of a second to take the mini and then jump in. It's free health, right? That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Looks like we use the point, which is fine.
From here, what should I have done?
Take the high ground. Yeah, this is good. Fight the monkey. Yep, yep. You don't need to use bubble. I don't know why you dropped. Why did you drop?
Jim.
He just came back in and he doesn't have coolness yet. And your widow is supporting you, and you were winning the monkey fight as well. I know that can be annoying, but up here he cannot kill you. He can't one-shot you. There is no wall for him to punch you into. So you
Yeah,
can just
and
stay here for a
also
little longer.
I thought to myself, if I drop down, I'm gonna stop giving him ult charge. But then that defeats the fact of like positional advantage, you know.
Yeah.
So it was a
Also,
mistake.
they just dropped the monkey. They didn't have a monkey before, so he's not gonna get out this fight anyway.
Yeah.
We go in. I like this. This is fine. Jump on the payload. Use the bubble. I think this bubble is okay. I don't
I
think you
tried to
need it.
jump like a bit more behind,
Yeah, I get. You
but the
should
payload hit me.
practice your jumps a little bit so that you don't hit things as often. But other than that, it's okay. This is fine. You can even go out because we have a coalescence. So we Genji ult, which is good. You going with the Genji, which is also good. Trying to draw the attention so that the Genji can do work. You did wait to get some damage in before pummeling this time, which is also good. It's fine. Getting stunned is the life of a main tank.
Yes,
Oh, you're
sir.
going back in very low. Yeah, you went back in very low. Can just. I don't know if you could have waited to get healed. Nomura is alive. I don't know why. Oh, she's back there. So yeah, this is good. Then you get out, right? And then you go back in with like half health or less. You're also alone. There's no reason for you to go in here. Just go back and wait and help your team get healing. You have 325 health, and your team is not even here. So yeah, you do get the attention of everyone, but your team cannot do anything with it because no one's here. So like, look at your team; they're all the way back here. I think that the primal was good. You tried to engage, you got out, and then you should have just gotten out again instead of going back in.
Yeah.
Monkey nano. We don't want to do a nano monkey.
I just thought to myself, I don't see anything yet. I might as well zap him and look around to see what I can shoot.
Okay,
That was my game plan.
that's fine. I would have stick on the high ground and trying to go for the back line. You can
Yeah,
just
but
go
this
here and
nano
drop from
monkey
bridge.
though, you
Uh,
know, I thought I had to peel for him.
you do. How are you gonna? The same question I should say. How are you gonna stop the nano monkey? You can't even
I guess,
block the damage with the bubble, and your damage is like laughable against the nano monkey.
yeah,
So,
I see what you mean, but like I said, my mindset was like, if I start shooting him, maybe that like 40 damage that I've done might have been the kill. If somebody came to peel.
but first and first, it's against the nano monkey. Okay, hold on. Let's go back. We're going back. Nano monkey, right? Full health. You do. Let me think. I believe you do normally about 50 damage from the armor, but armor
Oh,
blocks a lot of. I think armor blocks like 20% of beam and electricity damage per second.
hmm,
So I think you usually do 50 damage, which is half because nano, so you are doing 25 damage a second. That's not gonna bother him at all, right?
I have to sit there for 4 seconds just to break his armor.
Literally, yes. And yeah, you look at this. You chase him for a little bit, and his armor is still going strong. And you finally break the armor, and the nano is just ended. And now he has primal because nano monkey just builds primal so fast. I will say this. I don't think you could have won this fight. They had just too many ults, right?
Yeah,
I do think you could have gotten more value. I think you could have, if your normal chance of winning this fight was 10%, maybe you could have made like 13% if you had gone to the backline. But it's very difficult to win this fight at this point.
yeah, GG,
Yeah.
I guess.
Like they just have so many ults and we have none. You still wanna go in and get as much value as you can. Of course, you don't wanna give up the game, but I do think your chances of winning this fight were very low. Also, when it's like this, just come back on ball. Ball is faster. Even if you're not great at ball is just faster to come back, so you can be a little bit more annoying.
Yeah.
So where did you? Let's go back like 2 seconds. Where did you end up? Could you have gotten back? No. So you couldn't have gotten back even with ball, but just as a general practice, when it's like 0.1 meter to win and your team is contesting, just go ball to get back a little bit faster.
Yeah. I see what you mean.
So let's end that one here. It's been a long one, but
Yes,
it's fine.
sir. Is it alright? Like, since there's like other stuff that you've given me to work on, is it alright if we open paint one more time to write the extra few stuff in which I wanted to screenshot, and at the same time the new stuff that you we talked about today?
Uh, I don't think the new stuff is as important as just working on your high ground, working on the bubble, and working on the um waiting. The new
Yeah.
stuff is not that big. It's mostly just little things about 1v1s, little things about positioning, but mostly just, yeah, try to work on your, wait a little on your bubble, wait a little on your positioning, don't give it up if you don't have to, mostly, and just wait for healing if you have to, or for resources, or for positioning, or wait for whatever you have to wait for.
Yeah.
Those are definitely the big
And
things.
that's yeah, and I'm guessing that's it, right?
Yeah, those are definitely the things I think you have to work on. And again, don't try to work on all three at once. Choose one,
Yes,
work on
sir.
one, and then work on the next, and then work on the next. All right.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for
Thank
coming
you
by.
very much for your time.
No,
No, thank you for your time.
no problem. All
Hopefully,
right.
like I said, with my next paycheck, I should surely hope to
Don't
help
worry
you.
about it. Again, it's not required in the sites.
Thank
I'm
you,
gonna
guys.
take a short break because I have to go to the bathroom, and I'll be right back, chat.
Take care, team. Take care, chat.